When I first started running, I was unhealthy, out of shape, struggling mentally, and didn't feel very good about myself. But once I got consistent, I got confident, productive, and felt proud of myself. As someone who spent years struggling over their body image, running was finally something that made me feel good enough. And this is where things get complicated, because somewhere along the way, running stopped being about movement and started being about worth. I don't think I realized it as it was happening, but suddenly missing a run felt so much heavier than it should have. If you're new here, hi, I'm Gigi, and running has helped me rebuild parts of myself that I thought were broken until I no longer knew who I was without it. So in this video, I want to talk about the side of running that can quietly become unhealthy. Part 1, when running becomes worth. In the beginning stages of my running journey, it actually did come from a very healthy space. I was tired of the party scene in Miami, and I was looking for a hobby. Something that made me feel better about my life, something that felt meaningful. And running gave me that. I became more energized, more confident, more consistent, and I was surrounded by people that wanted the same thing. For the first time in a long time, I felt really proud of myself. And as I got more consistent with running, the more I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something hard. What's interesting is that in the beginning, I was actually gaining weight. I signed up for my first half marathon, signed up for my first full marathon, and I was heavier than I was before starting. If anything, I felt more confident, stronger, healthier. Food started really feeling like fuel. But after my marathon block, something shifted because I wasn't carb loading anymore, because I wasn't really training for anything, lost a lot of weight. Even though I thought I had healed my relationship with my body, my brain suddenly saw that weight loss as success. That's one of the complicated parts about running and the wellness community, because being lean, being fit is often associated with being healthy. But if you zoom in just a little bit more, you'll see that not everybody is genetically supposed to look like that. All that to say, during my first year of running, somewhere between really loving the sport and loving how I was starting to look, began to blur the lines of what was healthy. And one day, I woke up terrified with what would happen if I suddenly stopped. Part 2, the psychology no one talks about. One of the biggest things that I've learned through my own experience and my background in mental health is that humans naturally attach meaning to the things that make them feel in control. Mind you, exercise does help mental health. It improves your mood, boosts the dopamine levels, and it's been proven to regulate things like stress and anxiety. So when running becomes the one thing that eases your anxiety and gives you structure, you emotionally start depending on it. I think this is why most runners struggle mentally the most after injury, because suddenly you're not just missing a workout, you're losing all your progress. Not just in training, but aesthetically. I'm not trying to be superficial here, I'm trying to be realistic, because these are thoughts that have gone through my brain. A couple years ago, I had to get surgery because my wisdom tooth was infected, and I could not exercise for a month. When I tell you I felt like I was going insane, I can almost guarantee that one of you has probably felt that way too, especially when your identity is so tied to being the runner of the group, or the athletic one, or the fit one. If you can't do that movement, you start to feel like a failure. And yet, the running culture often rewards this go-go-go mindset without realizing it. People get praised for running a marathon without training, or running multiple marathons in a year, when that is not normal. Behaviors that are actually rooted in anxiety or eating disorders gets reshaped as discipline. And I genuinely think a lot of people are struggling with this silently, which is why it's so important to talk about the difference between loving running and being obsessed with an outcome. Part 3, learning how to love running without needing it. I want to be very clear. Running has still changed my life in beautiful ways. Now that I'm aware of all the things, I have bettered my relationship with my body, food, fuel, life, but that didn't happen until I shifted a couple of things. For me, healing those relationships looks less drastic than you might think. First, making a rest day part of the training. I want to feel anxious about missing a rest day. I want to feel like I need to give myself break. I also deleted social media forever ago, because comparison is one of those things that creepily gets at my brain without me realizing it until it's a little bit too late. And one of the biggest things that's helped me mentally is forgetting about the existence of calories. It means calories burned, calories on nutrition labels, calories in life. I don't track anything. It's none of my business. If I'm hungry, I eat. I even eat when I'm not hungry to make sure that I have energy for later. But most importantly, I am flexible. I have a wedding coming up. I don't need to do a 9-mile run the day of the wedding. I can take a week off, I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not an elite runner. If this is my hobby, maintaining it as such. It's okay to have structure, it's okay to have goals. Trust me, I have huge goals, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna enjoy the sprinkles of life as they come by and obsess over getting faster. I no longer run because I hate my body. I no longer run because I need that confidence. I run as a form of staying present because I'm so lucky I'm able to do that. This may be the healthiest relationship I've ever had with movement. And if this resonated at all, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I'm a small channel. I answer every single one. You should know this by now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out these two. Okay, love you guys. We'll chat next time. Bye.